Welcome to the POG Show. I'm your host, Christine Martindale, Public Information Officer for the City of Port Orange, a city in Central Florida that is unique by choice, not by chance. I will be bringing you powerful interviews and on-the-go info to gain a better understanding of the various services and functions our city provides. So let's get started. Hello, everyone, to episode 21 of the POG Show. Today I have with me in the podcast studio Major Pat LaMountain of the Volunteer and Police Services at the Port Orange Police Department, as well as Lieutenant Mary Wittmeyer, who also is actually part of the Command Division for the Volunteer and Police Services. Hi, Pat. Thank you and Mary for your time today.
Hi, Christine. Thank you for having us. Of
course. So before we dive into what the VIPS program is, again, stands for Volunteer and Police Services, I want to take this moment to dedicate this episode to Dwight Gault, a volunteer in police services, a VIP, who unexpectedly passed away on May 9th. Dwight was a volunteer for the past 7 years. Prior to volunteering, Dwight served 22 years in the Army National Guard, later retiring as a major. Dwight is survived by his wife of 55 years, along with their daughter. Dwight was always smiling and willing to lend a helping hand. Dwight enjoyed NASCAR, college football, and attending city council meetings. I know I'm going to miss Dwight very much. I did sit next to him during the city council meetings, and he was actually a former Port Orange University graduate and was always referring others to the Citizens Academy program. And so he's going to be missed very, very much. You know, I just have no other words, really.
Yeah, we'll miss him so much. Dwight wasn't just a volunteer. He was just a wonderful human being and cared about all people. And one thing I remember last Thanksgiving, I was at home, and usually I spend it with friends, but this time I was not. And so I was talking to him, and he brings me over a whole turkey dinner, complete, and didn't come in, just dropped it at the door. And he was just a wonderful guy, And as far as being a VIP, he helped out everybody and rose to the rank of lieutenant. And if you asked this man to do something, you never thought about it again. He always followed through to the best, if not the best of his ability, And I just found out he's like the most popular guy in the city, Yeah. I mean, from the council, even to the guy at the smoothie shop, They stop there every Thursday on a courier run. And when he wasn't there last Thursday, the gal that rode with him, they looked for Dwight. And she told them the news, and they were like devastated, It's like, it's tough.
I know. He's going to be, like I said, miss very much. He's the first person I see. I attend council meetings, and I get there a little early, and he's always the first one in there, sitting down in his seat. He's got his normal seat there, and always had a smile on his face. Well, hello, Christine, And we chat for a couple of minutes, and of course the meeting started. And always remember, he's always a very active role in the holiday parade, and he's directing traffic and all of that. But always had a smile on his face, like I said, and like I said, he was an advocate for our Citizens Academy program, and I know for the Police Academy program, but had a good heart, and just referred somebody just not too long ago. So again, I'd like to dedicate this episode 21 to Dwight Gault because we had already decided to do this episode, prior to his passing, and it was just very stunning. So
I thank you for that.
Of course. So let's get into the episode here. So Pat, tell our listeners a little bit about yourself, where you're from, maybe how long you have been with the VIPS program at the police department, and so on.
Okay, I come from sunny Massachusetts. I moved to Florida when I retired up there. I moved to Florida 20 years ago. And some friends that lived in the same mobile home park that I did at the time were volunteers with the police service, so they told me about it. And at first I thought, oh gosh, I can't do that, oh my, that's just not in my wheelhouse, I've always done community service, even up north, but this was not. And they went, oh, no. So I took them up on it, and Commander Sheridan at the time came to our park and gave this big talk about recruiting. And I went, and oh my gosh, it opened up a whole new life for me. I've met people that I never would have met. I've learned all about the city, where everything is in the city, who's who in the city, and I've had an opportunity to train people for the volunteers and one-on-one, and we have people from all types of backgrounds, all types of nationalities, and we have lawyers, bankers, secretaries, and it's a beautiful mixed organization, and we're just there to serve the city. We're not there to, look for any rewards or anything like that.
Sure. No, and I always, even with our Citizens Academy program, even our first, actually it was the class that Dwight was a part of. After that class, there were quite a few that went, because they were retired age, and they went to become a VIPS.
Dwight was our best recruiter.
Dwight, and there were a few others. And I remember going to the police department one time. I had a meeting there, and behind the counter, there was they're like, Christine, and I was just like, oh, and I just love that because it's something to do. You learn, you get to know people, and something to do. And like you said, you get to know where things are at the city. Absolutely. But when I saw like Jennifer Bray and some others, and they're in that VIPS uniform, and it just brought a big smile to my face.
Yeah. Well, see, it's a spinoff, and we all have one goal, make life beautiful in Port Orange.
Absolutely. So, as I mentioned earlier, VIPS stands for Volunteer in Police Services. If you'd like to maybe give our listeners just a little bit of what the program is all about and when it started.
Okay. It started about 40 years ago. Mary can fill you in more on that. What we do is we assist the police department. We have beautiful brand new cars. SUVs, they're lovely. We do courier runs, like carry fingerprints to the sheriff's department, documents to the justice center, whatever that they need, the couriers run 5 days a week. And then the other portion are just doing city house watches. People go away, the snowbirds, they go away, they fill out an application, and we check their homes for them. This is marvelous. This is a free service.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, for the community.
Wow, what a great perk.
Absolutely, and people aren't aware of it. They should be aware of it, because we check your house on an average maybe once, twice a week. We walk around the property and check with the neighbors. So, it's an extra eyes on your house. And then, our vehicles going through the city help people know that we're out and about. And we also do all the special events down at City Center. And that can be a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
A lot of fun.
When I go to family days and any of the events we have here at City Center, I see you guys all in your uniforms, and so you get to work and you get to have fun too, right?
It's happy time. It's a happy time. And for people that are at home and have retired, don't have a hobby, what would be better than this?
Yeah.
You put a uniform on, you look kind of good, you can get out there and mix it up with the people, and everyone is very appreciative of what you do, especially the police officers, because we assist them.
Absolutely.
So it's great.
So what do you have to do to become a volunteer in police?
You have to be 21 or older.
Okay.
Fill out an application, and we do an interview process. And then you go through a background check.
Okay.
And then once that's done, and we look for somebody that can contribute 16 hours a month. Not a lot. And doing a variety of different things. And when the background check comes back, then we assign you to a VIP officer for one-on-one training.
Okay.
And they take you through everything until you're comfortable.
Okay. Do you look for the people who are currently VIPs? Maybe what special qualities do you look for? Is there a special criteria you look for in people?
No.
Just maybe the passion to serve.
That's the biggest thing. And when I do the interviews, that's pretty much what mostly people write. They want to help the community. And, we have such a variety of backgrounds, lawyers, bankers, nurses, secretaries. And in the room, we're all the same.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it.
Yep. When you put on that uniform, you're really, it doesn't matter where your background is. You're the same and you serve the city.
And we help each other out.
Yep.
Sometimes I remember doing something that I needed some legal advice, and this guy had some legal background, and God, it was just wonderful,
So what's the best way if somebody listening to this episode would want how to reach out?
Well, they could come to the police department on Clyde Morris and ask for the VIP office. If somebody's up there, they'll come down and chat with them. Or they can call the office, and we have applications in the lobby, and they have applications on the Port Orange website under police.
Okay. And I'll put all this information in the show notes under the episode, but the police department is located at 4545 South Clyde Morris Boulevard.
Yes.
And you can, if you don't have the number on hand, I can make sure it's in the show notes. It's no problem. And then, of course, an email or anything like that. But absolutely, I can make sure, because it's such important. I put it in the citizen newsletter. I put it in the quarterly newsletter I put together just to get the word out. We're on the podcast. It's just such an important program. Are you always looking for openings?
Oh, absolutely. The more, the merrier.
Okay.
Yeah. Especially, if they're happy people. And they enjoy life.
Right.
That's what we're looking for.
Of course.
Somebody that enjoys life and it's exciting.
Sure. No, absolutely. So is there anything else, before I turn it on to Mary, is there anything else that you want our listeners to know from either signing up or what maybe they would want to know about becoming a VIP, or any last words that you'd like to give our listeners?
Well, I belong to quite a number of different type of organizations, but this one is really, really, well, I've been there 19 years, and I'm Irish, so that says something right there, doesn't matter your personality or whatever. We just have a lot of fun, and we have a lot of laughs, and there is a serious side to it too.
Sure. Absolutely.
But my object is to come in and have fun with it.
Yes.
That's what you're there for.
Absolutely.
Do a job and have fun.
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you, Christine.
Oh, sure. Thank you, Pat, very much. And I look forward to now shifting gears to speaking to Mary Wittmeyer. She is one of our original volunteer and police services. And did I get that right? You started in 1983?
Yes, that's when we started.
Wow. And I'm sure you have a lot of wealth of knowledge.
Yes, some good, some bad.
What are your favorite things that you enjoy doing as a VIP?
Well, I enjoy the courier job, and also some of the work that we do on the outside, directing traffic and keeping people in order.
Absolutely. And I know that you were awarded a 35-year service award pin and was recognized by the mayor and city council at a recent, city council meeting.
Yes, indeed. It's such a nice pin, but I hate to wear it because it has a little diamond in it, and sometimes your seat belts on the car rip them off, And
Yeah.
so I don't want to lose it.
Lose it. So, well, that's a good keepsake. You can remember it every time you see it, right?
That's right.
Oh, that's great. I know, Mary, you've helped in various different kind of operations with the patrol division and traffic and support services. Is there any advice that you'd like to give someone who would like to become a volunteer in police service?
Oh, yes. It's very rewarding. There's so many nice people there that we work with, and they contribute to everything, and we just enjoy their company, and it's a really great job. If you're lonely, come and join us.
Oh,
Because that's the place to make friends and get busy. You can get exercise, too,
And
getting in and out of the car. And
oh, I'm
working.
sure. Now, I know it's been in the newspaper, so I think I'm okay to ask it. How old are you?
I'm 98 years old.
Oh, God bless you. And you're in fabulous shape, really. My grandmother recently passed about a month ago. She was 104.
Really?
But she reminds me a lot of you because she, at your age, she was still, spunky and talking and exercising, and it's just so important. And we're in Florida, so you don't have to worry about snow and really bad weather for the most part, but you're getting exercise, like you said, meeting people. My grandmother, I think I take after her because I love people, and I know you probably have to love people to do this job too.
That's correct. And it's very rewarding. And as I said, the exercise program is good.
Oh, I'm sure. And hey, it beats being on a treadmill and just, you're getting exercise. You're seeing different parts of the city. So no, that's great. I'm excited, and like I said, it's for all ages. All ages. Doesn't matter whether you're retired or if you can spend some time being a volunteer.
Once in a while you come across an accident and you have to call in and report that, and they want you to check out the people if they've been hurt or not.
See?
And there's a lot of things that we do.
Sure. And I know Pat had said it's a job where you can have fun, but it's also very serious.
That's right.
Position too, because like you said, if you witness an accident, you have to be
available to help.
And exactly. So, well, in talking with both of you, it's just been a pleasure, and I know I've met a lot of your other VIPs, and they're just as special and really fun to talk with when I'm out and about and doing different events and things like that. So we need to get more VIPs.
They're all
part of
special.
Absolutely. Is there anything else that you'd like to share that we haven't covered?
No, I guess not. When I started years ago, we had a terrible police department. It was old building.
Oh, an old building. Yes.
Yeah.
In fact, the building now is the Dorothy L. Huckel City Center Annex. And that's where the old police department is. Now it's a building that houses.
We had one before that.
There was one before that. Okay, that predates me.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you're in a gorgeous building now.
Yes.
That building's gorgeous.
When we moved to Dunlawton, we thought we were in heaven. It was really wonderful.
Yeah.
After being in the
okay.
shanty, we were downtown.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, that's the only one I thought of was because I knew the one on Dunlawton was vacant for a while, and that used to be the old PD. And then obviously that's our new building for our public utilities and parks. And now you have that gorgeous building where that's where our emergency operations center is during hurricanes. So I'm up there and I'm at the EOC and things like that. So it's a really nice building. So
It sure is.
yeah.
And they give us nice tools to work with.
Oh, absolutely. Pat was mentioning nice cars and everything. I think it's a wonderful opportunity for someone who is looking to have something to do, to meet people, and to serve a great city.
And
Absolutely.
they provide the uniforms for us.
And the uniforms.
You don't have to wash them. They send them to cleaners.
Can't get any better than that.
No.
That's awesome. Well, Pat and Mary, I really appreciate both of you taking your time out to let our community know more about you and provide us a little bit more insight about the police and volunteer services known as VIPS and all about that program. Again, everything will be in the show notes on how to reach out and become a volunteer in police services. So, of course, the best ways to find the city is by the city's website, www.port-orange.org, the city's Facebook page, Port Orange City Hall, our Twitter page, @CityPortOrange, and our LinkedIn page, City of Port Orange. This podcast, The POG Show, can be found on iTunes, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Well, this wraps up episode 21 of The POG Show. Until next time. Thank you so much for spending time with me today on The POG Show. We've only just begun, and with you sharing, subscribing, and leaving a 5-star review for this podcast is really going to help launch us to the next level together.